series menu, your pick of 12 irresistible subs. Here we go, everybody. Joel Embiid and Marcus Smart getting into it in the third quarter of the 76ers Celtics season opener last night. Embiid comes down with a rebound, taking Smart to the ground, trying to untangle their arms. Embiid then slipped to the ground, and what do you know? A fight breaks out. Marcus Smart explained the incident after the game to reporters. Take a listen.
Went for a rebound. Basketball play, went for the steal. Basketball play, referee blows his whistle, calls a foul. I stopped play, my arm's still stuck in there, and he tries to break it. But the fact that I was the only one that got, I guess, something out of that is kind of beyond me, especially defending DPOY, and that's how he gets treated. It's tough, but like I said, it's maturity. I could have cracked his head open, but I didn't.
Could have cracked his head open. Big energy. Shannon, whose side are you on here?
I'm on Embiid's side. Yeah. I understand you Defensive Player of the Year, but you ain't Joel Embiid. Joel Embiid is one of the top 5 players. And I know you're considered the best defensive player, but defensive players never get – it's kind of like offensive players, Skip. They don't have no protection for Aaron Donald. They got protection even for the minorest quarterback in the NFL, let alone Brady, Rodgers, or Mahomes. They ain't got no protection for Aaron Donald or no T.J. Watt. You can cut him. You can double team him. You can do all that. You can land on top of him.
Yep.
Marcus Smart, you know how this go. Like you said, you went for the rebound. You got your arm caught. And Joel Embiid.
He went for the steal.
He went for the steal.
Yeah.
Joel Embiid knows. See, if you take the ball, you're going to be big time. And I took the ball from you, Joel. Yeah, you're going to be doing all that in front of your home crowd. Joel Embiid said, no, you're not. Joel Embiid snatched it out of there. And that's the possibility. That's the risk that you run. Same play Rajon Rondo had with D-Wade. You remember he got his arm caught?
He did.
End up getting dislocated his elbow.
He did.
Hey, that's the risk you run. I'm not going to let you take the ball because I know how you are. You're one of those guys, I took the ball from a 7'2", 300-pound guy, and you're going to be yapping the whole rest of the game. No, you're not. You're going to be yapping with your arm in a cast because I was going to snatch it out the socket to let you know that I am Joel Embiid, and you too small to be down here with me trying to get a rebound anyway. Send Al Horford down here. So I'm with Joel Embiid. I don't really know what else Marcus Smart expected the guy to do. I'm not letting you get this rebound. That's not going to happen.
I agree. Times 10. I thought what Marcus Smart tried to pull off was a Pat Bev style move where you're trying to reach and steal the ball, but you know you can't. So you hang on hoping to draw the offensive foul from Joel or on Joel. And you hung on and you hung on, and it got a little dangerous because to your point, now you're going to be twisted into some dangerous territory.
Right.
Then he goes down, and then as Joel starts to move away, he reaches and just trips him up.
Right.
Okay, well, that won't fly. That's going to be a technical foul.
Yeah.
And so I had absolutely no problem with the way this was officiated because he deserved a tech. Now for the upshot of this, the technical foul that Marcus Smart deserved also served to ignite the Celtics to go on an incredible revenge run over a call that was called the right way, that they were all thinking it was called the wrong way.
Right.
So 2 wrongs don't make a right. I don't know. It made a right for them.
Correct.
Because they took off. So from that moment, remember, at that moment, it was 63 all.
Right.
And it was even Steven. And all of a sudden, off the tech, James Harden goes the other end and makes the tech shot. And then Joel's a little steamed, so they get to inbound the ball because it's still theirs. And he turns around and makes a 17-footer. And all of a sudden, it's 66-63 visiting team, Sixers. And guess what happens from that point forward? They go on, Boston, the home team, goes on a 63-44 run. It's a 19-point swing, 63-44. And with 1:26 left in the game, they're up 16 points, and it's way over.
Right.
Okay? So the flashpoint of the game for the Celtics and the home crowd, which was just ready to explode, was that moment when the refs got it right, and for the wrong reason, Boston took it personally and took off.
Right.
Right?
And that's the way you handle it.
Okay. All right. So there you go. But that's sports. That's just how.
But I don't. What did he expect Joel Embiid to do? Just let go It doesn't happen like that because you're still trying to snake the ball.
You're trying to snake the ball.
So, I mean, Joel, like, And plus, that's what big guys should do. Let little guys know you don't belong down here. This is big guy territory. And you're not a big guy.
All right, bigger picture. I still think the Celtics in the long haul will miss their fearless leader of a head coach. He was suspended, I guess, indefinitely, or at least.
Well, he's suspended this year.
For this year. And then I don't
see how he gets the job back.
Okay, you got it. Will the young coach be able to detonate them on the defensive end the way Ime did? I don't know, but I doubt it over the long haul.
Right.
Opening night is crazy because emotions are running hot and high, and those two young players that we talked about during the NBA Finals,
they were sensational.
They were just sensational because it's hard to beat Jason Tatum going 13 and 20 and Jalen going 14 and 24. It's just hard to beat that because you go 35 times 2. Well, okay, you're probably going to win a home game like that, right?
Yep.
But I picked the Sixers yesterday to win the East. It's way out on the limb. I still wonder, is Doc the head coach to push all the right buttons for this? I love Doc, but they pushed a lot of right buttons last night. I liked a lot of what I saw because Joel goes 26 and 15. And James Harden looked in shape and engaged to me last night, and he goes 35, and he had an explosion in the first quarter that was
He went 30. He went 35, 8 and 7. Tyrese Maxey had 21. Tobias Harris. Skip, they couldn't stop anybody. They won't play defense. You let Boston shoot 56%. You let two guys go get 35.
Okay, but if I show you the stats, if you didn't know the final score and I showed you the box score, you think, man, I don't know, maybe Philly won this game, right?
Well, if you don't tell, I saw a team that shot 46 82. Oh, well, somebody better made a bunch of threes of the other team because if you letting the team shoot 56%, Skip, and only on 82 shots.
Okay, but Philly won the three-point shooting contest 38% to 34%, right?
Yep.
Philly won at the free throw line 24 to 22.
Yep.
It was at the two-point line, from the two-point range. That's where they lost because that was
Philly's bench is going to have to give them more. I think the biggest difference in the game was the bench. You look at what Grant Williams and what Malcolm Brogdon.
Yep, I agree.
Malcolm Brogdon is going to be big for them, Skip. I thought he would be starting, but they went with a Derek White into the starting lineup.
I agree.
But he coming in, running that second unit. Grant Williams gave him valuable minutes because we saw what he did, Skip, in that game 7 when he hit all those. He took a bunch of threes, but he made a bunch of them.
Well, he made all 3 of his threes last night, and they were huge.
Yes.
They were big. They came at big moments.
Yep.
And yet, the column in this box score that grabs my eyes is the assist column because the Celtics had 24 assists to the Sixers' 16 assists. Well, 16 is so low. James had 7.
But Skip, the thing is, James, but you see how James got his shot off the dribble. Doing what he do. He's going to have to, Skip, they don't need 35 from James.
All right, well, this is classic solo act.
Yes.
This is your turn, my turn, your turn.
Yes.
Where you're 3 stars, even Tobias. It's like, whose turn is it this time?
Well, and
there's no great ball movement.
And Boston only had 11 turnovers. Because just imagine if they'd had that in the playoffs in the NBA Finals.
Well, they would have won.
Exactly.
No, they would have.
Exactly.
No, that's exactly the case, to 14 for the visiting team. I still like Philly. There's a lot of firepower there.
If they ever cut down, if those two big guns cut down on the turnovers, Skip, they had 11 turnovers as a team.
Yep.
The big guns had 7 of the 11.
Yeah, well, because Joel had 6.
No, I'm talking about Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum.
Okay, I got it.
Can you, Skip? I mean, think about that. 2 guys had 7. You only had 11 as a team. They're gonna be a tough out. They're gonna be a tough out.
They will be.
And Jason Tatum, you closed the door in his face for that superstar table. He wanted that door open again. I gave him a key. Now, it's on him to open the door and go in there to have a seat, but he coming.
He cracked it open last night. I'm not sure he walked through.
No. We got to do this in the playoffs.
Yeah, he's sitting at the children's table.
He had the kiddie table.
Yep.
So you still feel good about your Sixers?
I do.
What about the Nets? You ain't seen that they play tonight, right?
We're going to see what happens.
Okay.
They're interesting. They're the new dark horse in the East.
Oh, the dark horse.
Yeah, and you better not sleep on the dark horse.
Oh, you ain't seen old Giannis. I can just imagine what he got in store for somebody in the East this year.
Yep, you could be right.
He in his prime, Skip.
Right. I hear you. And Golden State, your 2 picks look.
That look good. I look good. I look good though. That look good though.
For a moment, but it's way early.
Ooh, I can't wait to Golden State put something on your Clippers. They gonna
wait till the Clippers put something on your Lakers.
That ain't gonna happen tomorrow night. LeBron probably go for about 40.
Really? Mm-hmm. Well, he's going to be guarded.
Well, gentlemen, the Sixers will face Giannis and the Bucks tomorrow night, and then the Celtics face the Heat on Friday. All right, still to come. Remember all those tensions, all that tension between Draymond Green and Jordan Poole? What happened after last night's first win of the season? How did it play out on the court? Skip and Shannon dive into that when we come back.